Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon Perna, and we've got a lot to talk about today. Aaron Hernandez, former Patriots tight end, was found dead hanging in his prison cell. The Patriots are visiting the White House today. By the time this video goes up, they will have already visited it. The Broncos look to exercise the fifth-year tender on corner Bradley Roby. Aaron Rodgers broke up with Olivia Munn, proving even elite QBs can fumble in real life. And Marshawn Lynch may sign with the Oakland Raiders after he gets reinstated into the NFL, which would make him a Seattle Seahawk, which would then force a trade between Seattle and Oakland, but we won't know for sure because it's probably going to happen during the draft. What a week. That's good sports. Oh, and Gronk crashed the White House thing. All right, that's good sports now. You know what they say about the news? If it bleeds, it leads. That's why I personally think we should only have women presidents in this world. But I guess today that refers to the death of Aaron Hernandez. Right now they're calling this a suicide, but both his agent and lawyer say this was murder. Forgive me, former agent. I can't imagine he was still representing him in prison, unless there's a prison football league, like in that movie, The Longest Yard. But even then, what financial value would there be for an agent? Cigarettes? Does he get paid in cigarettes? Prison wine? Or something more sinister? Look, this is interesting because typically, when someone we all know, through television only, dies, we have sympathy. But Hernandez was a convicted murderer serving a life sentence. He murdered at least one person for sure, but was recently found not guilty for a different double murder. So basically, he's the backwards O.J. Simpson, or the unsuccessful Ray Lewis. Now that guy knows how to cover up a murder. The Patriots released an official comment about his death.
The only ones that aren't here are ones that died.
Which, even by their standards, is a bit insensitive. This, of course, is the second Patriots-related suicide in the last few months. The first being the Atlanta Falcons offense, which self-perished in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, as we all remember. Tom Brady will not be attending the White House with his teammates so he can spend time with his mother, who is very sick. I can definitely respect that. I can also respect Gronkowski, Robert Gronkowski, crashing the White House press conference.
What pans out in the negotiation? But I think there's an opportunity. Can I just... I think I got this, but thank you. Maybe. All right, thanks, man. I'll see you in a minute. All right, that was cool.
Was it pretty cool, Sean?
Need some help? I think I got this, but thank you.
All right, that was cool.
Gronk did set a new record with that appearance. He made it 12 seconds without saying anything stupid, which shattered Spicer's record of 6 seconds. I do think Gronk could help. The Russians would love him. They love anyone who can drink more vodka than it would take to kill a small horse or donkey. Gronky. What's funny is, I bet Rob Gronkowski doesn't even know Sean Spicer's name or what a press secretary is. I guarantee that. What I can't respect is this poorly titled video, Standing Pats, which is just a weird anti-Trump Patriots video.
I remember when they were the Boston Patriots, when they played at Fenway Park.
Super Bowl 20 in the run-up to that in the '85 season.
Massachusetts was one of 2 states in the entire country where not a single county was won by Trump.
You know, I don't believe in excluding other people.
The misogyny, the racism, that's not okay.
Love is the greatest power in the universe.
Beat Patriots.
Be Patriots.
Be Patriots.
Be Patriots.
Be Patriots.
Be Patriots.
This was posted by the Green Stripe, whatever the hell that is. It's the only video on their channel and currently has more dislikes than likes, which is fucking hard to do. I have 512 terrible videos on this channel and not a single one has more dislikes than likes. And do not go and dislike this video to try and turn what I just said into fake news. My thing was fucked up the whole time, Jesus Christ. Look, I agree with the message in this video.
The guy behind me poured his beer down my back when the Patriots scored, and that was my first memory.
I like that Patriots fans are trying to disassociate themselves with the Trump-loving three-headed monster that is Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft. But the video sucks. It's not changing anybody's minds. It doesn't hit its message correctly.
Other things were winning, like lying. Like lying.
I don't think anybody knew there was an issue with the balls.
Groping women.
I wish I could help you with that, but that's not my thing.
That was a great decision, Coach. I tell him that all the time.
Being mean and getting away with it.
I mention this because it's relevant with the Patriots visiting the White House, but also because we're going to hear a lot of these opinions this week as other notable Patriots from the Super Bowl team will not be visiting the White House, and these include guys like Chris Long, Martellus Bennett, LeGarrette Blount, Alan Branch, and Devin McCourty, and many of them are not going because of their political beliefs. But we can all agree this changed nothing about the world. Moving on. In my lifetime of football watching, there have been a few running backs that have made me go, holy shit, that guy is special. Terrell Davis, Barry Sanders, and Marshawn Lynch. You could throw Marshall Faulk and Adrian Peterson in there as well, but my three favorites are Sanders, Davis, and Lynch. And really, Marshawn Lynch is in a separate category all by himself. For example, in an interview setting, we have Barry Sanders.
On one play, you're going to get the best of them. On the next play, it may be the other way around.
Now, Terrell Davis.
We just had a collection of talented individuals who knew their roles.
And then you have Marshawn Lynch.
That's when it just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't going to be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about him no more.
Run through a motherfucker face, then you don't have to worry about him no more is the coolest thing any football player has ever said.
Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about him no more.
I wish in my heart of hearts that Marshawn Lynch and Aqib Talib were on the same team.
You want Peyton to come back?
Hey, man, he the sheriff, man. He do what the he want to do, man.
He said he wanted a lot of Budweiser tonight. Don't you think he needs like a nice bottle of sheriff?
Nah, he need a lot of Budweiser like the he said.
So when I see it in that lane, I'm going to beat it.
If Marshawn Lynch does indeed go to Oakland, I think he's going to rush for 1,000 yards.
Over and over and over and over and over.
That is, if he stays healthy, and that is key. When he's been healthy, he is the definition of an unstoppable running back. Of his career 9,112 rushing yards, over 5,000 of those have come after contact. That's more than half of his fucking rush yards. And after a year of resting his body, he's gonna run behind one of the best lines in football with Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree on the outsides. Are you fucking kidding me? That offense could be very dangerous. Marshawn Lynch grew up in a rough neighborhood, but if he does sign with Oakland, this will be the first time in his professional career that he's homeless. Why play for a team that pissed off everyone in Oakland? And they can't move to Vegas until 2019 at the earliest. Oh, he's gonna forgo having a home stadium to run behind Donald Penn, Kalichi, Osemele, Gabe Jackson, and Rodney Hudson. If that doesn't sound like a nightmare scenario for opposing defenses, I don't know what does. I hate the Raiders. I hate everything about them, but I'm excited to watch Lynch run behind that line if this does indeed happen, because I think he's one of the best to ever play the position. Not the best, one of the best. Health and age are huge question marks here, but I'm betting on him being fresh. I'm also betting on his worst 2 games to come against the Broncos. It looks like the Broncos are going to place the 5th round tender on Bradley Roby. When that happens, it will mean that Roby will be in Denver through 2018 and will make over $8 million for that 2018 season. This is a no-brainer for John Elway. Roby is the number 3 corner in Denver, but could start almost anywhere in the league. If I were the defensive coordinator for the Broncos, I'd run my defense with 4 starting corners and 1 strong safety. But I'm always ahead of the curve with innovation and football. Finally, Aaron Rodgers broke up with longtime girlfriend Olivia Munn. If I were married, I'd seize this opportunity to take advantage of the newly single, rebound-ready, truly beautiful Aaron Rodgers and ask him on a date. I'm kidding. Olivia Munn is the gorgeous one here, but I'm married, so when I look at her, I see nothing. When I look at any woman who isn't my wife, I feel nothing. They all look like those blank-faced kids in the Pink Floyd music videos. I don't need no ejaculation. But if I dig deep to back when I liked the way women who aren't my wife looked physically, I'd say Olivia Munn is a 10.5. My real question here is, are all women named Olivia smoking hot? Olivia Munn, hot. Olivia Wilde, smoking hot. Olivia Culpo, hot. Olivia Fisher, hot. And those last two Olivias have fucked more patriots than the Revolutionary War. The only Olivia I've ever seen who doesn't immediately tighten the pants of every man in the room is Olivia Newton-John. And even she had her moments. Olivia Holt, hot. And she's 19 now, so it's not weird if I say that. Just do a Google search of the name Olivia. It's like a collage of sexiness. I like the name, the way it sounds, Olivia. Thought it would be a good name for my daughter one day if I ever have one, but after seeing this, oh no. I don't want to be the dad of a hot daughter trying to keep her away from teenage douchebag boys every week. If I have a daughter, I'm naming her Gertrude. Google search Gertrude. Now that'll ensure she doesn't have sex until she's in her late 30s, if at all. And that's why, if Aaron Rodgers wants to return to MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback form, he needs to find a Gertrude. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Make sure you subscribe here. You gotta subscribe. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. And don't forget about my sponsor, CW Hemp. Go to cwhemp.com, use that promo code That's Good to get 10% off your order.